Okay, I think we're started.
All right. Good morning, Madeline. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Lisa. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
So we're back, everyone. Run and hide if you need to.
Yeah.
We are here.
Yeah.
We are the Sistar Love Connection Collection. Again, they're all the same to me.
That's right. Yeah.
So we're here to share another bit of insight and, just chat around a bit. See what y'all have to say and what we have to say and what they've had to say.
That's right.
So, yay. I know you've got a lot of stuff going on, Lisa, so I'm going to let you take over. Go for it.
Already good. So, well, some of the channeling that I've been doing has been, again, with the connection with the animals and with Mother Nature. It's been very exciting because we're in spring now, and then we just had that beautiful pink moon, the super moon, pink moon.
Wow, shifted a lot of stuff, didn't it?
It is. And then adding that to the Christ consciousness energy with the pink energy and that super moon has just been really, really helping everybody be motivated to do the shifting. Okay.
Good.
So it's been very, very unique. So again, you guys have just.
And it's interesting right now that everybody is like having to stay in and keep within themselves, within their own space for a while. So to let this move through them, let this hit them. So there's nothing is by accident, I don't believe.
You're right. And again, if we look at Mother Nature and we look at the cycles of animals, we are in that hibernation, and we've been made to hibernate. We have been put in this slow down stasis so that we can do the work that we're supposed to do.
Good.
Yeah. Good. So if I could, I'll share my channeling this morning.
I would love to hear it.
Because I managed to get it written down this time.
Okay, good. Good for you.
So here I am with my spectacles.
Okay, your spectacles.
I wrote large, but sometimes it's not large enough. So, okay. So again, this is all just being channeled in from Mother Nature and the animals. Okay.
Okay.
So I love it. I love it. In this state of semi-hibernation, we have all been accepting a new role as birth mother. Birth mother in hibernation feeds and sustains their embryo or embryos of creation.
Nice.
We have been taking care of our basic needs in these last 6 weeks or so, releasing long past energies that no longer fill our needs, our desires, or the new being that we're becoming. So again, a lot of us, we've done that purging. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, next word, purging material possessions that keep our current frequency stagnant.
Okay. That makes sense too.
It does, doesn't it? So like a bear is in their cave, and if they come out of their hibernation in a semi-awakeness, they clean. They clean and move everything and refluff that little hibernation bed and everything like that. So again, being in that bear energy, we can also just use that same thing, but not quite come into total consciousness. Just know that we have to sweep and clean.
So it's kind of like spring cleaning. Take advantage of the spring cleaning time.
Right.
But the word purging, at times that makes me think that may not be so comfortable, so easy. To me, it's like you're just going to have to upchuck the stuff that hasn't worked for you.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And again, don't be afraid of those really strong feelings that you don't like this anymore, that you don't want it anymore, and that there's a big super energy inside of you that says, get rid of this, get it out of my space. Because again, it has a frequency of the year that it came in to your life. And it also has the frequency of you didn't get it accomplished. You know, it's something you didn't do. So if you bought a pair of skis or you bought a violin and you are not a violinist yet and you have never hit the ski slopes, don't worry about it. Just let it go. Okay.
That's true, because it also has the frequency of what was around it at the time that you got it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that may have very well completely moved off. But you have left that energetic cord, that energetic tangle, still connected with you.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So again, purging the material possessions that keep our current frequency stagnant. So we can emerge from this previous dense dimension into our bright, light, higher frequency being. That's pretty cool.
Ooh, that feels good.
The higher, the bright, light, higher frequency being that we are. Okay. Okay. So now it is the time, with this pink super moon and all the energies of the Christ consciousness, to give birth to the new you.
Perfect.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Love and nurture your new endeavors, your new creations, and bring all into the world so that you can thrive as the authentic being you are. And then we can bring what we want to educate the world, validate ourselves, and be blessed by this new highest frequency. Again, bringing that love in, accepting who we are now, letting go of the denser energies. Again and again, accepting the fact that you are the birth mother. No one else is going to do this for you.
That's really interesting.
It is, because
male and female, you are carrying the energy of the birth mother, because you're birthing a new frequency of you.
That's correct. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yay.
Right. And then we have the support of Mother Earth to do this. We have the support of the animal kingdoms to move this into our new reality.
And the mineral of all of the kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, we have the support of all of the different star systems too, and the different galaxies.
Exactly.
They all have showed up to support us, and they've been telling us that for a long, long, long time. And it depends on how you listen to what you actually hear. So now it's time to really, really notice. That's beautiful. That was amazing, Lisa. Thank you for sharing.
And this is another time too when you can go back, if you're journaling, if you like to journal and you like to keep a diary, to go back and just just let the book open to where it's supposed to be, and see that you wrote some magic words for yourself.
Exactly.
To help you today. Way back in the past, you actually lifted and supported your new self in this moment with words back there of encouragement and enlightenment.
That's true. It didn't make sense to you then necessarily.
Right.
But now it's time for it to come forward. And that reminds me, I've been getting messages from ISIS already full on this week. Mm-hmm. Can I say, are you through enough for me to say something?
Mm-hmm. I just had one other thing that came through, and this was very interesting too. And again, I hate to be redundant, but I love it when it keeps on showing up, because I know it's showing up for me and I have to share it with everybody else. Mm-hmm. Okay, so again, this is about your awareness, opening up your awareness.
Okay.
When you are so focused on what you need from others for your care, remember that others may be quietly waiting for you to open up your awareness, open your eyes, and recognize that they need care from you too. So
whether
watch
it or not,
what you're doing with other people. Right. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes.
That's because you don't realize what an effect you have on others.
Exactly.
And sometimes you may never realize it, but everything you do does affect others.
It does. So, and again, if you feel like you're always caring for somebody else and they're not helping you meet your needs, they're not being a good listener to you, they're not good being a good roommate or whatever, you got to stand up for yourself and say, hey, it's time for you to see what my needs are, because I've been helping you and lifting you up for your needs. So,
right.
And again, it just helps us move more into being authentic.
And you'll have divine support in that once you reach into your authenticity. really. So what I got
Right.
that came,
And you have to sell.
yeah, what I got that came through from ISIS, there's a lot, and I'm going to start putting it in the ISIS apprenticeship training. But what I wanted to share with us today was ISIS came through after she channeled some information, and she said this: it is time. It is time. It is time. It is time for the divine goddess. It is time for the divine feminine. It is time for the priestess. Immerse yourself totally in these words and feel that vibration. We are ready for you.
Mm-hmm.
It is time to begin. Isis. And what she means by the divine goddess, feminine priestess, it's all a feminine skewed, but the masculine carries these energies within them too. So it's for the male to help, and the female both, to find the balance of the divine masculine in the female and the divine feminine in the male. And that's exactly what the divine feminine surfacing through Mother Earth right now, because the female has been so pushed under for so many centuries, so many eons, that it didn't start out that way. And we started out equal, which is how it's supposed to be. So now it's, and then it took over for so long with the female couldn't even vote. Some places still being, pushed down. And like Isis says, it is time. It's time to begin. So yay, Isis. She's pretty powerful. I got chills.
Very powerful.
I got chills all over that. And look at this little, here's Mama Maitreya Buddha.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Little belly. He looks like he's pregnant. Isn't he cute? He brings the Christ consciousness, and he brings the divine feminine balance, the divine energetic balance. It's all through love. And he wanted to be seen today. So I'm like, okay, Maitreya, I got you. You don't argue with Maitreya, do you?
No, you don't.
Not usually. Not usually. So.
No, usually if I'm resistive of Maitreya when he comes in, like I said, can I in a few minutes, give me some time? He will not let that happen. He will make you laugh. He will make you divert. He will have something else divert your attention back to a lighthearted state. And then you have to pay attention. And a lot of times it is just recognizing I've gotten too much into the brain process instead of the heart process.
Yeah, doesn't work so well. So I drew a couple of cards today, and let me share this one with you because we were talking about Isis, and I'll put a link on the Facebook group if you want to be part of the Isis priestess apprenticeship training that's starting here at the end of this month. We're really getting Isis is getting us loaded for bear for that, so it's getting ready to go pretty strongly.
And I did Madeline's course a couple years ago, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was well worth all the time that it took, and the homework that we had to do, it was phenomenal.
That's where you figure out what's really happening through the homework, isn't it?
It is, yes. Getting out there and doing the work and paying attention differently, hearing differently, and refocusing what is really important. So it's a good class to take, absolutely.
Yeah. So you're attuned and initiated Isis High Priestess already from going through the training. So yay, good. So the one that showed up, and it keeps showing up, is this knot of Isis. Energetic, what's it say here? Energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. So it is part of all these energy shifts that's going on. It's part of the divine feminine. The buckle of the beloved is the help with your beautiful divine guidance, your beautiful masters, the beautiful energy that keeps you breathing every day. Source, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, comes forward through different names at different times with different energetic impressions. So this one is Isis, letting us know that she's going to help us with this energy that's going on. We just have to let her. We just have to let them, let all of them help. So that's pretty powerful. She's showing up. Then the other card I drew, and these cards, by the way, are from Isis Oracle with Alanta Fairchild. She's awesome. And this is also another Alanta Fairchild deck, this crystal mandala. So the one that showed up today was Ascended Master Merlin.
Merlin, all right.
With Mystic Merlinite, and it says, read the energy. How about that?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? And look at that. Stone. So let me read just a little bit out of this one paragraph right here where they're talking about Merlin. He's so powerful and beautiful. We bring you the blessing of reading the energy. We affirm that you have the ability to read energy accurately, and we encourage you to apply your gifts. You don't have to be in control of the inflow of divine information. When a message or insight comes to you naturally, this is best. Simply being open and receptive as you intend to read the energy of a person, place, or situation at hand is enough. Whether you have been reading energetically for years or just beginning your journey in interpreting energetic information, we are here to assist you in becoming confident and trusting in your perceptive abilities. Now, is that not perfect?
That is really right on for the
I know.
moon energy in the Christ consciousness.
Oh, that feels so good.
It does. Yes.
Man, oh man. So I know you've got some more to talk about.
I do, and if we can just go ahead and add on to what she's trying to tell us, okay?
Yes.
And I'd like to just, offer some help out with knowing what frequency is and knowing how to move into frequencies and let other frequencies go, okay? So it can be difficult sometimes because we have a security in the denser frequency that we have been residing in. There's a security, but it's very false.
The security is because it's a familiarity.
Exactly.
But it is false. It's we've let ourselves believe that was where we're supposed to be, and it's a habit. So that's moving from us.
That's right. That's where I said sometimes when you get that feeling that this stuff has to leave, has to stop, you're not going to do the behavior anymore. You're not going to have the language anymore. Again, move right into doing that because that's what your soul would want you to do. Okay. So I'd like to offer up some help for some folks. Again, I love this book by Penny Pierce. Okay. And it is about frequency. Okay.
Oh.
The power of your personal vibration. Okay.
Because we have frequencies ourselves. A lot of people don't recognize that. They don't correlate that to you. But you are a frequency.
Exactly.
You are lots of frequencies.
Right. And as we keep ascending into the newer frequencies, the higher frequencies, we find things don't vibrate with us very much anymore. It's like being at the stoplight and somebody pulls up and they got their music on really loud and it's that deep, dark bass, boom, 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 boom.
Shakes your car.
Those are the frequencies, again, that you're leaving. Yeah, people don't jive with you because you can't be in their frequency and stuff. Just go ahead and accept that. And again, be a student. Learn what it is you're supposed to learn from them about it. But you don't have to be in it as long as, you can choose when to move out of it. Okay, so.
Yeah, okay.
And then again, moving out of it again, it helps us have another language. What did I learn from this? Instead of, I just can't believe that guy was playing his music so loud and, we're all just sitting at the light, we got to, feel it through our vehicles and everything. So instead of doing that, saying, okay, I learned I didn't like that. And I can be in it for a few minutes while we're at this red light and I can get myself out of it. You see that kind of stuff. And just bless him, I send him on his way. Go ahead, get on out of my space. You see?
That's good.
Yeah. So again, nice book.
Patience and tolerance for others too.
Exactly.
And when they're behind you or beside you and it's so loud that it's vibrating your whole body and you're in the next car, not their car, you have to apply patience. And obviously you have to understand that that person in that car is deaf and can't hear what he wants to hear. So hopefully he'll get his ears cleaned out and can hear easier next time.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah. So I believe that we talked about some energy that the page that I opened up to this on this morning was interesting because it was about your diamond light body. And again, here we are being the birth mother.
That's our new frequency. That's what keeps showing up often now. It's like you have already moved into this new diamond light body. This like diamond for sure. Like, okay. Yay. I'm glad that's showing up, Lisa.
Yep. So I'd like to just share you a paragraph out of this chapter about the diamond light body. It says here, your diamond light body is at the wheel. To find yourself and maintain your frequency when you're in unfamiliar context, it is important to remember who you are. You are a limitless being made of consciousness and energy, connected to all that is through a unified field that coordinates and regulates the flow of creative perfection, of creation. Let's do that one. You are a limitless being made of consciousness and energy, connected to all that is through a unified field that coordinates and regulates the flow of creation perfectly. Your basic substance is light. When I first learned to do an intuitive life reading for other people, I was taught to silently say to my client, the light is in me, knows and loves the light in you. Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
That's beautiful.
By feeling the truth of this, an important attunement was immediately created. The light in me knows and loves the light in you. Over the years, I've become to see people's soul energy as transparent diamond light. It holds nothing, has no blocks, and is brilliantly pure and clear. And again, it's really cool. And talks about the meditation that you can do. So very interesting, being in your diamond light body.
You can just breathe that energy in because it is super expansive and powerful.
Right.
And comforting. It's your new fuzzy warm blanket that you could snuggle into.
Exactly.
Good.
And again, you want to do a meditation and be in your diamond light body and recognize that frequency, put up your codes, put your essences on, put a collection of crystals around you, okay? And go ahead and enjoy being in your diamond light body.
You have all these beautiful tools available to you, the codes, the essences, the crystals, incense, whatever you feel like you want to do. Take advantage of them. Take advantage of them. So it helps you ease through all of this stuff that's happening now and keeps you in that vibration where you want to be. Nice. Super nice.
Thanks for letting me share that part.
Oh, it's beautiful. I loved it. I know you got some more to share, don't you?
I do. Again, the dragons again showed up. and again, when you're looking for an ally on your mission, so to speak, you see, I love the dragons. I have a picture over here on the wall of Madeline and me.
Oh, yes, it is.
Back when we first met.
Long time ago, Lise.
Yes. And we'll have to share that journey one of these days. So,
With the dragons first showing up.
Dragons, yes, exactly.
Yes.
How Madeline's was able to create the essences that is about the dragon realm.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yes. We should talk about that on our next call maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because the dragons are here to stay for now.
Mm-hmm.
They're more tools
Mm-hmm.
and helpmates for us. We
That's
just
right.
don't recognize them.
Exactly.
And they're not necessarily the animal kingdom. They're their own realm. Like the animal kingdom is its own realm, but they are connected in. We could be considered part of the animal kingdom too. So it depends on how far you want to stretch that out.
That's
you know,
right.
we all are branches off of the divine in certain sections. That's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was just interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, the dragons are a thing of their own, and they are here to help us. So,
That's right.
like, don't get all wrapped up in where we come from, what we look like, who we are, or who you think we are, or who we were, or how we are or were. Not all of us have the same agenda, just like not all of you humans at times carry the same agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow, that was the white dragon coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay.
All right.
Okay, thanks. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. That was wonderful.
It's just like, bam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I wanted to share with you about dragon energy and using dragon as your totem animal.
Okay.
And again, how to understand them. Again, give a little bit of foundational information so that you can go on and search for your dragon. And again, know that they are here to help us in a different realm. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand. Dragon seems like such a negative kind of name. Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like hummingbird and that. But I want everybody to understand that dragon is a term used for being of radiant light.
Nice.
A being of radiant light.
Wow.
Right.
Yes, good. Hello, Moncrief.
Yes, I know. I love him. Love to share his story.
Yeah. Well, so our call next week, we'll talk about the dragons. So y'all get ready, because it's going to be a whole dragon chit chat.
Right. It is. Dragons are light masters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The universe of the dragons is situated in the 10th dimension, known as the realm of abiding peace.
Oh.
And here we've changed what we think dragons are in our 3D human realm. Okay, so anyway, it is connected to the realm of unity that is situated in the 11th dimension.
It's really interesting because some people think we only go to 9 dimensions. And it's like, no, there is eons beyond 9, like 44, even more. So I'm glad you're speaking of these other dimensions. Thank you.
Right. Okay, so dragons are receptacles of light, for light, and in light. And it is time for you to remember your dragon family.
Yay.
Exactly. It says here, power is feared and misunderstood by humans due to the harm that has been caused by its incorrect usage by humans.
Yep.
Dragon power has returned to the age of Aquarius. Oh, there's some more homework for you, everybody. Dragon power has returned to the age of Aquarius to assist mankind in their ascension into the divine feminine energy. Okay. Good. The true definition of power is the ability to manage and direct intense, consolidated light for the purpose of creation, communication, or direct manifestation. It is the mastery of light that they assist you with. Because again, dragons are light masters. So your dragon family awaits you to ask for mentoring and connection. So let some dragons show up. Okay. Madeline has some beautiful essences that we created back in 2012.
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah, I have a whole dragon collection of them now. A whole collection. We'll talk about that next week. We'll go through that.
So again, but you can connect with Madeline if you want some assistance with the dragon energy.
Okay, or Lisa. Either one of us.
Well, you have the essences.
I do have the essences that carry that vibration and really basically kickstarts it off for you.
That's right. So again, it's very interesting how we have talked about the diamond light body. And then we welcome our dragons into our realm because they are light masters.
Light masters. Isn't that a beautiful term?
It is. And again, so, you know, so such good timing with this Christ consciousness change of today being Easter. And the whole world has some kind of consciousness value to what occurred with Christ and the energy of all that is and God.
Yes.
And then our beautiful super pink moon.
And it's so lovely that this is the sacred time. It's the sacred month, Easter for the Christians. For the Muslims, I think they have Ramadan coming up. For the Jewish, it's their Passover time. I don't know all of the different groups, but this is an important holy month. And we are not able to be with our families that we normally are because of what's happened and what's going on. So we're here to share family time with you. And so you don't feel alone and you don't feel separated. Nothing really separates us. We are all connected. So you are not separate from your family. You may not be sitting at the dinner table eating food with them at the moment, but you are sharing energy and love and light with them. And we want to remind you of that. This is what part of this call for today, I'm just understanding, is about. That you are not alone. Do not ever for 1 second think that you are secluded, are locked away, are sequestered, are alone, because you cannot be. You cannot be dimmed down because you are expansive.
Right.
Okay, thank you, Isis. She's like, be sure you let them know this.
That's right.
Wow. Mercy me. Feel like we're on a soapbox, but not really.
Right.
It's a love soapbox. It's a love platform. Love is the key to everything. And those that have gone down this path where they forgot love or think that they're not capable of love or do not deserve love, it's kind of like your beautiful inner divine being has always been full of love for you. You have to learn to just forgive yourself for whatever it is you think qualifies you to not be lovable, and know that the true you is pure light and love. Okay. I don't know who that's coming from, but me and they've started, Lisa. What can I tell you?
I know.
Okay, that was from Maitreya, actually, he says, with the Christ consciousness, because it's about love.
Yes, exactly.
About connecting and love. Okay, thank you, Maitreya. Here's Maitreya again. Here I am.
So, and one of the interesting things that I found about myself in this hibernation state is I've really stopped bad-mouthing myself.
Good.
I've really stopped. That was my intention, was to love myself with whatever errors I think I was making or words I was using that I didn't like, but to love myself into the fact that I learned that I didn't want to be in that energy. So It's been very good to be more mentoring to myself and more loving to myself and saying, okay, we can change our behavior towards ourselves very easily by just shifting from that disappointed, angry energy into the, I'm going to love that I made a mistake. I'm going to love that I did something not appropriate. I'm going to love that I am trying something new and different. And when that ugly stuff comes up, again, it's just my reminder that I got to let that go.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
And not only when you voice it, it's just about you thinking it. And sometimes when you're on the phone talking to another, in order to, I guess it's a way to make yourself feel more accepted. But a lot of people will put themselves down and make them less than when they're speaking to someone else, even though they don't really mean that.
Mm-hmm.
That's something else that needs to be checked, because your subconscious catches that. And then that's what starts to grow in your energy field, is what you said, even jestingly, and then say, oh no, I'm just kidding. No, it surfaced out for a reason. So look at that and change that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to joke and kid and make yourself more comfortable for others by putting yourself down. That's putting yourself beneath, not as good as. That's a thing to stop. That's a thing of the past. That's not in this new diamond light energy.
Exactly.
You'll be changing that, and you'll be catching it now that we've voiced it out there. You'll be catching it, and then you're going to go, oh no, what do I do with that? What do you do with that? What do you do with that? What would they do with that, Lisa, when they catch it and don't know what to do with it?
Well, again, bring the love back into that. I'm learning something from this. I'm learning that I'm going to be a different being. I'm changing my energetic behavior towards myself.
Yes.
And if you can look at your cellular structure, going down to the infinite cells that we are, when you change that energy, you change that cell, every cell in your body. Okay. And it's amazing.
And that helps move you toward wellness.
Exactly.
Instead of the dis-ease that you've carried prior, and that you create yourself to carry from here forward.
Exactly.
So it's now an ease and not a opposite of ease.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah.
And it goes back with that rebirthing. The birthing of the new energetic, all the way down to a cellular structure. I don't know if I told you, Madeline, I went to a lecture back in 2007, and it was a physicist talking about quantum, all kinds of quantum stuff, big, long numbers on the board with the line and the little numbers underneath. And I was like, why am I sitting here? I don't understand any of this, right? And I had to wait. He had to do all this math to prove to us. Well, we came for our break, and I was about ready to run, and my little guides grabbed me by the shoulders, and they said, you're going to sit back down here because there's something you need to know. It's like, okay.
Oh, fine.
This is math. I don't do math.
Yeah.
Yeah. But finally he came to the conclusion, okay, that the equation that defines the energy of the universe, okay, he did all this math, all this research for years to determine that in our single cell structure is the same frequency as the universe.
In each little cell
of us, yes.
And how many cells are within our body are just like billions and billions and billions. So we carry billions and billions of universal frequencies inside of us. Oh, so no wonder we're ever
my lesson of connectedness, my lesson of quantum entanglement, you see?
Yes.
How we are totally supported by the divine love frequency. Very much so.
Wow.
So I was glad I didn't leave because I never would have gotten that math done on my own.
No. And you wouldn't have come to that conclusion the way he
Right.
did.
Right. So where are we moving to? We're moving to our frequency, right?
Perfect.
We're changing our frequency. We're getting rid of the frequencies that don't match that. And again, we can eliminate the diseases that our bodies are carrying.
And some people, like, you may be feeling stuff going on in your ears,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or up here high in your jaw and your ears.
Mm-hmm.
It's just part of the energy. I don't want to say the word shifts. The energetic impressions that are starting to be recognized by the cellular structure.
Right, rebalancing. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Rebalancing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just, don't think, oh, something's wrong with me. I have this, or I have that thing that what's all over the world. I've got that because something's happening. Just wait. Just wait. Just see what happens. Just see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
If you crawl back up in bed and ask your beautiful beings of light to come help you heal, you can wake up with whatever that issue is gone. Yeah, and it works.
Exactly.
Okay, what else did you have you wanted to share, Lisa? I think you had something else.
Well, I had that one other book that brought my eye, to
Yes.
it. That is The Gifts of Imperfection.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
now,
who is
whether you
that one
read
by?
a book like this or not, but I've got big words to show you, you see, that it is a gift to have the imperfections. That's because you're unique. And we need your uniqueness. We need you to be who you authentically are so that you can fulfill your energetic frequency role here.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's why. Think about it. Well, first off, who's the author of that book before we go on?
Yes, this one here is Brene Brown.
Oh, Brene Brown. She's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. But if you think about it, we are also very unique. If the divine, the beautiful energy that we are all breathed from, has made each snowflake different. Just think about that. Each little snowflake is different. Why wouldn't you be different?
Right. Exactly.
Each grain of sand carries all the wisdom of all the universes. Little tiny grain of sand is full of wisdom. Why wouldn't you have part of that? You do have part of that. That's pretty mind-blowing, isn't it?
It is. I think so.
Snowflake uniqueness, grain of sand uniqueness, but we're human. I have to beat myself up because I'm not perfect. Okay. How's that working out for you? Yeah. Not so good, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I love it. I never know where these calls are going to go, what's going to be said, what's going to be paralleled and hooked back in.
Exactly.
It's amazing. It's been a great call, Lisa.
It has.
What else do you want to share?
Again, the dragons say they're connected with the Super 7. So you don't choose to go out and cannot invest in a lot of the crystals and that keep showing up in our readings and that. You can work with the 7 and bring in all the light energy that you're looking for yourself.
And don't forget, y'all can just reach out to us or to Lisa and
for a simple tool.
Some Super 7. If you can't find it anywhere else, if you've tried to look and you don't know where it is, Lisa's got it for you. And Lisa's everything Lisa handles comes to you chock full of love. So You don't have to worry about clearing off any energetics from where you get it.
Right.
Trust me. Because
yeah, exactly.
She asked, Lisa is an amazing person. She asks everything. When I'm going to come to Colorado to spend some time with her and visit, she's like, well, let me check. And she checks with the house. She checks with all the animals. She checks with the energy all around to see if everything is amenable for me to come, for a visitor to come me and visit me in the house. And then she calls me back in a day or so and says, yep, everything says it's okay, that's good. Have you thought about that? You know, your house, everything carries energy and carries a frequency and a vibration and is a sentient being. Just don't keep going willy-nilly and think it's always going to be there for you.
Right.
Be grateful.
Yeah.
Be respectful. Okay. Well, we're into the house.
I've been doing a lot of cleaning outside in that, you know, they call it spring cleaning, but it's just like refreshing everything. And it's so wonderful, you know, because I call my little 5 acres a ranch, and everybody's been coming and helping because they're stuck at home and they're bored. And now all of a sudden raking up all these areas and cleaning things up has just like been delightful for them.
Yeah.
And Madeline knows I have chickens, and I sell my eggs to a lot of people. So we all decided that we're going to come and join together and have egg salad sandwiches for lunch.
I love egg salad sandwiches.
Exactly. And everybody's just been wonderful coming out. I mean, husbands are coming out and helping move manure, you know, that hadn't done it because they're just looking for something to do, and they're feeling that vibration of love here. They're feeling the vibration of being authentic, being all right with yourself, and just being in the love and sending it out. I so appreciate it because sometimes the male aspects in our life are not willing to do that, you know.
Yeah.
And then for them to actually understand the concept that I feel so good when I'm here. I just feel so good. So but now I know why my wife is here all the time.
I'm noticing on my side, I don't know if you noticed it, but there's an interesting high pitch that's going on here behind the recording. It's comes and goes.
Yes.
But I also know that's another frequency message being sent out to our star families and beyond. So when you see this recording and everybody chats in, well, it's got this squeal in it. Yes, it does. And it's okay.
Right.
It's one of those things we don't in our human head necessarily understand, but it's not for those of us in the human head. It's for those others that need whatever message is coming through for them.
And being a conduit
with that, aren't you, Lisa?
Yes. Being a conduit of frequencies, a lot of times I do not understand or recognize what's happening with me. I just participate with the love energy. Like Madeline called me and says, I'm seeing all these numbers keep showing up. I says, that happens to me all the time. I have no idea what they mean, but I just move them through. I'm the conduit. I just move the energy through that shows up as numbers. Okay.
I woke up with numbers again today. And then I woke up with write it down, write it like 6 times, write it down. I'm like, okay, let me get up and write it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I am right. And I wrote write it down because it's like, okay, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
So funny. It's so funny.
Yeah. I've been sharing the codes with people that I am recognizing need the codes, and they have no clue what they're doing. But it's been very interesting because they're leaving here and they're sharing the codes with their husbands. And that's great. And they don't have to know everything. They just have to do the codes for the protection, because nobody wants to be involved with this issue that's happening with us. And I don't even want to say those.
I know.
It, you know.
Yes, everybody knows what we're alluding to.
Yeah, and again, being in the codes, utilizing specific things. We talk about, do you guys have some crystals at home? Why do you have this rock sitting out in your garden? Why do you have this plant in your house? You see, and asking those sentient beings to assist with keeping your house safe and keeping your sanctuary thriving and alive with higher frequency energy than what some other people are experiencing right now.
And peaceful.
Yes,
And
very
peaceful. Need that peaceful state. So many are used to it being loud and crazy and chatter and chaos all the time, that when they're in a peaceful state, it's going to take a few days to adjust to allowing yourself to be in a peaceful state, because it's foreign to you.
Yes.
But you're going to find out you can breathe so much easier, and you can let loose of so much added stress and worry when you allow that peaceful state to happen.
Right. And if we realize what's happening to us as we're being the birth mother of the new creations that we want, we're letting go of what is no longer important to us. And that's very valuable, you see. But it can be hard. We can feel like we are, don't even recognize ourselves. But embrace that you don't recognize yourself. Because your higher self is going to be the creation, the child that you nurture in the future. So when a mom has a baby, they have no idea what that baby's personality is going to be like or anything, but they know the basic needs. The cuddling, the skin contact, the feeding, the care that it takes. So be that mother energy to yourself and allow this new individual that you are. And a lot of us always recognize who you are. We just couldn't figure out why you were being who you were.
When you don't know who you are. Yeah,
exactly. So fall in love with this. Fall in love with yourself.
How wonderful is that?
Yeah, in my class I teach, hug yourself. I love myself. I love myself. It's amazing that energy that comes out when you say, I love myself.
Well, my very first teacher, Adano, who was held down an ashram center for Paramahansa Yogananda in Canada way back when Yogananda was still here, he would always do like this. Love your body. Love your bodysuit that you have. Not everybody has it. Love yourself. Not everybody has the opportunity to have a bodysuit. You have one for a reason, which is nice. And speaking of for a reason, one other thing I want to make note is those of us that are light workers and have been on this path for a long time know pretty much what it is we're supposed to do, kind of. But there are times when you sit back, especially now when we're not able to be out among everyone else, and you find yourself thinking, what am I supposed to be doing? How can this be possible? How can I do what I'm supposed to do? And I'm not even sure what it is. And you end up beating yourself up because you think you're not doing your job as a light worker. And then all of a sudden, like I was really, really down on myself about that the other day. And the guidance came through and said, you have no idea what you're doing. Just by being you, just by sitting calm and watching a TV show and letting everything release from your worry, you have no idea how much you have sent out energy and frequencies for all others that need that. You are a point of light. You are a beacon of light, showing comfort, love, stability, trust, and no fear that other light beings need. Other beings need to find that. So whether you think you're doing nothing, no, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And as human, sometimes when you're used to being a type A personality and get stuff done, it's kind of like, you're going to make me choke swallowing that pill, but okay, I guess I'll figure that out and let it go. Let it go. What you have to say with that, Lisa?
Again, it all goes back into where we have been and accepting that hibernation mode. The states, the freeze frame of my life. I mean, we have the value of what is occurring right now with this stay at home energy is just so valuable, but it looks so foreign. It looks like some kind of control.
It does.
It is basically, but you know, but on the other hand, if you free yourself from those other words and you say, I'm going to take the time to remember who I am, remember why I am here, and start shedding who you are not.
And just because I don't necessarily feel like I know who I am at the moment, all I do know is that I'm full of love.
Yes.
That's all you have to figure out. The next will be shown to you when you're ready.
Exactly.
Awesome. Yay. Okay, Lisa. So I think this is...
that's all I believe I have to share. I was listening to Moncrief is kind of hanging out right now. It's like, did you want to share anything else right now?
Do you want to say something, Moncrief? You're more than welcome to. Talk to Lisa.
Yeah, he's holding space for us. You know, so, and that's what I love. And he says we're going to accomplish what he would like for everybody to know on our next call. Yeah.
We'll love you, Moncrief.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, Moncrief is a big red dragon that Lisa and I share. I guess we can share Moncrief. Is that what we want to say?
Yes, because we share him with a lot more than just us.
Yes.
When everybody hears Moncrief's story, he is in your life after that.
Absolutely. He's showing up now because we're already saying his name. We call him Moncrief. Okay. Okay, I can't wait till next week. We got a whole dragon story, mini for you. Don't forget to do the play-in codes. I hear from many of you that you are doing the codes every day. And I am very excited for that. You will continue to feel more and more empowered and more safe and secure the more that you remember to do those codes. So nice.
And they're meant to be shared.
Yes.
Even if somebody does not know what they're all about.
Or believe them. You don't even necessarily have to believe them.
Share, they've got to share. That's right.
Their frequency.
Yep, that's right. And again, if I do the codes here, I know I'm setting up the codes for Madeline.
Yep.
And again, for the protection, because of the quantum entanglement that we have, okay? Because we deserve and have the right to be our authentic self without any interference.
It looks like all those neural pathways that we have in the brain.
Yeah.
And all the pathways that are out there when you look at the galaxies, all of those, it's all the same. It's just, you're just running down that pathway and connecting up with all those others.
Exactly. So
nice. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Madeline.
Thank you, Lisa. I love everyone. And we will talk to y'all next Sunday. Have a great Easter. Have a great Sunday. And have a beautiful holy month time.
That's right.
Bye for now.
Bye.